A lot to get into. Pleased to bring in Senator Tuberville of Alabama. He's also a member of the Armed Services Committee. Senator Tuberville, pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Donald Trump, obviously, he is trying to end this war. He was looking for a minerals deal. Zelensky now says he's open to that. But after what we watched, and now a statement today where he says that the deal to end the war is still very, very far away. What do you make of the messaging between Ukraine, the EU, and our president?
Well, first of all, the EU and Zelensky are on the same team. They're not on the same team as President Trump and Vice President Vance. I've been watching this for 4 years now, really 3 years since the war started. Actually was over in Ukraine right before the war started. Zelensky, for some reason, wants this war to keep going. And he has been, I guess, brainwashed by the globalist socialist group in Europe, and even some over here, that, hey, just keep this thing going. We'll keep funneling money to you. But they couldn't be more wrong. President Trump is tired of people dying, our American taxpayer dollars going over there. And so he'll try to get this finished. But Zelensky's going to play hardball. But you know what? He's not even in the game. It's going to be Putin and President Trump and the people on our side that will end up making this decision for the future of Ukraine.
Speaker Johnson had these comments about the future of President Zelensky. Let's play this clip.
Well, something has to change. Either he needs to come to his senses and come back to the table in gratitude, or someone else needs to lead the country to do that. I mean, it's up to the Ukrainians to figure that out.
Donald Trump, President Trump, reacting today to the comments about peace being far away, talking about Europe. We'll put up the truth, and it says basically that, you know, Europe in the meeting with Zelensky stated flatly they cannot do the job without the United States. You know, you just talked about how to get to a table with Putin. Right now, it does seem like he's signaling he'll sign the minerals deal. What would be your suggestion? Obviously, that could be the first step, and it was supposed to be the first step on Friday, Senator Tuberville.
Exactly. Well, minerals have been brought up for the last year, and I really don't know why, but, you know, we would obviously love to be paid back some money to our American taxpayers, the money that we put in. But at the end of the day, Europe has very little skin in the game. They've put less than $100 billion in this war, but they talk a big game. But they don't back it up. They need to start backing up what they need to happen. If they want to have a big voice in this, they need to start putting more money in this, help Ukraine out, and President Trump will give them more voice at the table. But right now, you can hear the people from Germany, from Britain, they're all talking no action, and they've been that way for 3 years. So President Trump has decided he wants to get this over with. He told the American people he's going to get it over with, and that's exactly what will happen. Ukraine is going to have to give some here. There's going to be give and take on both sides, but this war needs to stop. Thousands and thousands of people are dying every week.
Donald Trump will have the floor tomorrow. The president will deliver a joint session to Congress. Truth today that it will be big. Tomorrow night will be big. I will tell it like it is, which he usually does. Slotkin of Michigan will be the rebuttal on the Democrat side. We expect Donald Trump not just to talk about, obviously, international affairs, but here at home, so much with the border and also trying to bring down the historic inflation that Joe Biden's administration left him with. Give us a preview of what you think the president will be saying in tomorrow's speech.
Well, publicly, it's a nightmare for the Democrats. Everything that Joe Biden did for 4 years is being reversed. He did exactly opposite of what this country needs. He tried to turn us into a globalist, socialist country. He had all the Democrats on his side. They had the votes. He's gotten us into 2 wars. President Trump is doing just the opposite. He's stopping people at the border. He's trying to get the wars over with. He's trying to bring inflation down. If you just go back and look at one thing, the Inflation Reduction Act and the infrastructure bill that they passed for $1.2 trillion, a total waste of American taxpayers' money. It ran the price of everything up. Inflation is skyrocketing because of it. There wasn't one thing done by the Democrats in 4 years, and I've been here all 4 years. Not one thing did they do for the American taxpayer. They did everything for people outside our borders, and that is going to stop. And President Trump will talk about that tomorrow night.
Telling it like it is. So we'll watch for that, obviously, extended coverage here. Now I want to turn to an issue that's close to your heart. You're a highly decorated, former college football coach. Protecting women's sports. Tonight, the Senate will vote on a bill that you have sponsored, the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act. Ban schools that receive federal funding from allowing transgender athletes to participate in girls' or women's sports. This comes after, of course, the historic executive order that President Trump signed as well. But this does sort of put another layer on this to protect women. And I know it's very important, as I believe you have a new addition to your family as well, Senator Tuberville.
I really do. Rosie Grace, my first granddaughter, she's about a week old now. And I'll tell you one thing, she's not going to be dressing in dressing rooms or taking showers or participating against men in sports. Today is a huge day for all girls and women that want to be involved in athletics in the United States of America. I've had it on the floor twice. We have been voted down twice. I don't know whether I can get any Democrats to vote for it. 79% of the people in this country do not believe men should play in women's sports. It is ridiculous. And so I'm not going to have many more opportunities. President Trump made an executive order, but even the blue states across the country refuse to go by that executive order. They truly believe that men and boys deserve the right to participate against women. It is obscene and it's wrong, and we've got to get it stopped. And it is growing leaps and bounds. There are teams across this country, high school teams, that are women's teams that are made up totally of transition boys. And so that's knocking out the opportunity for girls all over the place. And if we don't stop it, and it starts today, if we don't stop this, we're going to lose women's sports as we know it.
And, when you talk about them wanting this, another coach, he likes the title, Coach Walls, says he wouldn't rule out running for president in 2028. I mean, reaction to that. They obviously don't have a very big bench over there on the left, and they're sort of reeling still from this historic election. What do you think, Senator Tuberville, about Waltz throwing his hat in the ring? If he's asked, he says.
If he even has an opportunity to run on the Democratic side, we're in great shape as Republicans. This guy he's a phony, and he's almost destroyed his state. I don't know whether he could be governor again, maybe not even dog catcher, but at the end of the day, he stands for everything that's wrong about the Democratic Party. He stands for everything that's wrong about the country that has tried to be changed into socialist globalists in the last few years. He was given a podium, and he blew it. He and Kamala Harris were absolutely awful together. And, of course, President Trump ran them out of the building when it came to the election. But we can't have people like that being leaders in our country. We just can't do it. We've got to get back to common sense, and that's the reason that people put J.D. Vance and President Trump in the White House to change us back to the country that's all about the American taxpayers, the citizens, and common sense in the country of the United States of America.
We'll be watching the vote today for your bill, and congratulations again. We have a photo of that beautiful baby, your newest addition, Grandpa, Coach, Senator Tuberville. Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you. God bless.